Please note that this report contains testimony of a sexual nature which may be upsetting to some viewers. Day 10 of the Judicial Conduct Tribunal kicked off with the continuation of the cross-examination of Judges Secretary Andiswa Mengo, which seeks to test the credibility of her version of events. Eastern Cape Judge President Selby Mbenenge's counsel, Advocate Muzi Sikhakhane SC, continued to challenge Mengo's version that she filed a new sexual harassment complaint in January 2023 after she was told that her December 2022 complaint was misplaced. She did not have sight of it. Mbenenge's counsel, who contend that this is improbable, continued to examine both complaints line by line to show the tribunal that they are so similar down to the grammatical errors, prompting Tribunal Chair Judge Bernard Ngoepe to probe this further.
We have identified, as Mr. Sikhakhane said, 4 grammatical errors in Kutlwano's, in the statement that was typed by Kutlwano.
Siphawuleke impazamo zane kule mbalelwano ibichwethezwa nguKutlwano.
Yes, Chair.
If at the time when you compiled the statement now before us, if at that time you didn't have Kutlwano's statement, how come that there are not only identical sentences, but also exactly identical grammatical errors? How come?
Ukubana ngaba ngethuba ububhala esisikhalazo sesibini esisilapha phambi kwethu uthe xa ubusibhala wabe ungenaso esi ebesichwethezwa nguKutlwano, kwenzeka njani okokuba impazamo ezikhona kwesi besichwethezwe nguKutlwano zivele zifane nqwa kwindlela ezibhalwe ngayo kwesi besibhalwa nguwe ungenaso esikaKutlwano? Yenzeke njani leyo?
Chair, I would have disclosed up front if I had a copy. I have no direct answer as to how that happened.
Mhlali ngaphambili benda kuyinikezela impendulo kwangoko ukubana ngabana bendiye ndaba nayo lembalelwano ngaphambi kwexesha. Andinayo ke impendulo engqale ngqo kulo mbuzo.
You say you don't have a direct answer.
Uthe unayo impendulo engqale ngqo?
Yes, Chair.
Ewe mhlali ngaphambili.
Do you have an answer which is not direct?
Unayo impendulo ke engangqalanga ngqo?
Which is the one that I gave, Chair, that I did not have a copy. I still maintain that.
Well, for more on this, SABC News reporter Kani Mapanga is at the tribunal for us, and we join her live. Very good afternoon to you, Kani. Tell us the latest.
Indeed, good afternoon to you, Nombu, and to the viewers at home. We've now entered day 4 of the cross-examination of Judges Secretary Andiswa Mengo, that is the complainant in the first ever sexual harassment probe against Eastern Cape Judge President Selby Mbenenge. Now, we've seen his counsel, that is Advocate Muzi Sikhakhane SC, look for loopholes in her version of events, or rather test them through various aspects of her testimony. This morning, there has been a keen focus on how her complaint was laid before the Office of the Chief Justice. You may remember earlier during her testimony last week, she did testify that she made the complaint in December of 2022 at the Midrand offices of the Office of Chief Justice in Johannesburg. She then states that she went back home to the Eastern Cape, and then it was communicated to her by the Secretariat that her complaint had quote-unquote been misplaced. She then testified that she lodged a new complaint that she compiled herself alone without the assistance of any legal representative, and she also testified that she did not have a copy of that December 2022 complaint that she originally made, or rather she was told was misplaced. So Sikhakhane SC is trying to test that. It's not so much about the complaint, it's about illustrating to the tribunal that this may not be a credible witness. How he does this is that he looks at both documents and he tests the similarity of the documents down to the lines by lines, word for word, and the grammatical errors. This is to challenge this assertion by Mengo that the complaints, or the second large complaint, was done without the assistance of a copy. Mbenenge's counsel contends that it is improbable that she wouldn't have had sight of the December 2022 complaint or copy of it in order to complete that new complaint with the exact same manner, or rather it's written in the exact same way and the same kind of grammatical errors are committed in the exact same way. That is improbable. The counsel is charging before the tribunal. But as I've stated, Nompu, it's not really about the complaints. It's about showing the tribunal that she is, quote unquote, being dishonest about this particular aspect of her testimony. Now, if they're successful in proving to the tribunal that she's being dishonest in this regard, then it brings down the credibility of her as a witness. And if she's found not to be credible as a witness, then the tribunal has to approach her evidence with caution. Of course, that will have a significant impact on the overall outcome of this tribunal because this is a sexual harassment probe. She is the witness that is alleging that she experienced sexual harassment, allegedly at the hands of the judge president. If her testimony is rejected because the counsel of Mbenenge was able to successfully prove to the tribunal that she, quote unquote, has a propensity to lie, then of course it will have a severe impact on the final outcome of the tribunal.
Thanks very much for that report and update. My colleague there, Kani Mpanga.